Book 1, Wednesday and Woof, Catastrophe, Chapters 7 and 8. Chapter 7, The Cat's Out of the Bag. I tell Belinda about the boys I spotted earlier and how Mrs. Winters came over and asked me and Woof to please find Autumn. We followed a trail of these jewels, I say, showing Belinda the diamond studs I had tucked into Woof's vest. That's when we saw the same boys we spotted lurking around earlier. They were speeding away on their skateboards, carrying something small, white and fluffy under one of their arms. Belinda Bundy gasps. Those look like real diamonds. They are, I say. Mrs. Winters says so. Then she chews her lips and says, Remember, Willia, just because you saw the boys hanging around, it doesn't mean they have Autumn. I give a big sigh. Belinda Bundy is like that, always trying to be mature. I have no time for maturity. I am trying to solve a mystery. Belinda, I saw them skateboarding over here like they were trying to hide something, and they were carrying a small white fluffy thing. I give her a wide-eyed look, meaning, can't you see what I mean? There's the diamonds. When she says nothing, I continue. I figure they're heading over to the hill. That's where we were going when Anita B. showed up. Belinda gives it another few seconds of thought. Then she says, I will go check it out with you, but you have to promise not to get too what? Sometimes it's hard to be a girl of adventure and mystery solving when your best friend is so cautious. Ahead of yourself, you know, she says, jumping to conclusions. Rushing ahead no matter what? I promise to try, but I already want to race fast like lightning. I start to run, but Woof weaves in front of me. He wants me to slow down. I don't want to slow down, but I don't want to wind up in the hospital again either. The more we walk uphill, the harder it feels. A teeny tiny ache itches the back of my leg. I bite my lip, but don't say anything. Woof senses something is wrong. He whines. I whisper, I'm okay, really. Belinda is a little bit ahead, so she doesn't hear. Do you think she should listen to her body? Once we reach the top of Beacon Hill, I let out a long breath. You okay? Belinda asks. I'm okay, I say. Hey, what's that sound? A strange noise shushes through the trees. I motion for Belinda and Woof to stop. Woof climbs higher on the small grassy hill and pokes his head through a cluster of bushes. He turns back to me and bobs his head up and down. He's a good support dog, but an excellent detective. Belinda Bundy grabs hold of my hand and almost pulls me up the last few steps. I could have climbed it by myself, but I appreciate the help. Through the tall hedges, I see something that makes me let out a gasp. That's them, I whisper. The boys. And they've got girls with them, too. Then I see something propped up on the grass. One of their jackets almost hides it, but I can still see a little bit of fluffy white lump. Autumn! I bet they're filming a ransom video, I say. Do you see it right there? Oh, my goodness. Do you think that's really Autumn the cat? Do you think a cat would stay under that jacket? Let's find out. Or maybe they're just filming each other doing skateboard stunts, Belinda says. I try not to sigh again, but she really isn't seeing the big picture. They could be criminals. Belinda laughs. I know those boys, she says. I squint. I'm sure I've seen them at our school, but I don't know them. What do you know about them? Any history of theft? Have they ever been involved in a kidnapping? I think these are all excellent questions, but Belinda Bundy is shaking her head slowly back and forth. They're not like that, she says. The tall, thin boy is Karen Gillespie's brother, and one of them is named Ryan. He goes to our church. He's not bad for an older kid. Maybe she's right, but maybe... I ease closer and closer to get a better view. Belinda must sense what I'm about to do because she whispers, No, Wednesday! But I can't stop myself. Oh, my goodness. When I get close enough, I grab some of the white bundle. Soon as I tuck it Soon as I tuck it under my arm, the boys look up. Hey, what are you doing? Asked the boy with the hat. That's mine. Aha, I say. Thought you'd get away with it, didn't you? Hey, is that Autumn, the cat? But when I toss aside the grungy jacket in triumph, I'm the one who gets a big, fat surprise. Surprise? What do you think Wednesday has found? Let's find out. Chapter 8, Back to Basics. I'm expecting our beautiful Autumn. Instead, a fuzzy white backpack opens and some kind of wheels tumble out. Hey, the boy shouts, those are ours. Give them back. All of a sudden, the whole group of kids is rushing at me. Gulp. They look mad. Me and Belinda Bundy link arms. Woof moves in front of us and gives them his best guard dog growl. Grrr. I'm secretly glad to have both of them on my side. Grandpa likes to say, the best defense is a good offense. I'm never sure exactly what it means, but before they can get too close, I draw a deep breath, unlink my arm, and step around Woof. A cat is missing, and we're looking for it, I say in a loud voice that I hope sounds confident. The boys and two older girls stop, staring at us. The boy with the hat says, you lost your cat? Funny. Up close, he doesn't look anything like a robber or a kidnapper. He's just a boy with a little chocolate smeared on his face. Then I realize maybe they are from our neighborhood. I tell them it's Miss Winter's cat, and she's missing. And when I saw them racing by with something fluffy and white, I thought it might be Autumn. Oh, you poor thing, said one of the girls with a swoopy afro. Both girls come over and give us a pat on the shoulder. The tall, thin boy looks very serious. Gosh, we wouldn't ever do something like that. We like Miss Winters, and her cat is cool. One of the boys says, yeah, that cat is cool. Very fancy the way she prances around in the backyard. Belinda Bundy gives my arm a squeeze. Woof glances up at me before sitting at my feet. It turns out the big kids aren't so strange. They're actually pretty nice. We wanted to come over here to skateboard while our parents are out doing Saturday errands, said the boy in the hat says. They all nod. I stoop to pick up the spilled wheels, and a twinge of tightness squeezes around my knees. I frown, but don't say anything. Twinges are one of the things that happen sometimes before my knee joints start to hurt. I hand over the wheels, saying, here you go. Hey, by the way, who is Ollie? A second goes by, and everyone is quiet. Then the older kids all burst into laughter. Belinda Bundy looks at me, and both of us shrug. Woof stands, walks around in a circle, and shakes his head. Even nice big kids can be weird. Little dude, said the tall, skinny kid. Ollie is a move we do on our skateboards. We're trying to get really good. The girl with the afro jumps in. Yeah, that's why we have to sneak over here to practice. We live a few blocks over and have nowhere to skateboard. We wave goodbye, and they wish us good luck before they head back up the hill to practice racing down. I reach inside Woof's vest and take out my notepad. Here's an ollie. Here's a pop. Then you have to flatten. And you have to lift up there. What are you going to do now? Asked Belinda Bundy. It's time to get back to basics. I'm going to check my notes and think about clues. I pull out my map again, checking for possible places to search. Belinda Bundy was right about the boys. They weren't involved. I guess when I saw them, my imagination got too excited, and I jumped to conclusions. I won't make that mistake again. So she's looking at her map. Woof sniffs the air, and a small smile tugs at his mouth. He's on to something, I can always tell. I think I might be onto a clue too. Just then the wind picks up. It shakes the leaves in the trees and snatches my map right out of my fingers. Woo! Barks my assistant. Run, I shout. Follow the map! And that's where we're in today.